And hello, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, the first episodes have gone up. Actually, everything before this has gone up. This is going to be, at least among the series I'm currently doing, that I'm going to make the most effort to stay relatively close to where I am in terms of episodes. Probably at least the next week will be recorded. And before going on, the current plan is Tuesdays and Saturdays episodes will go up and whatnot. Stuff like that. I typically, if I remember to update it, have the schedule for all the series on my channel in the description for the channel on like the main page for details and the about page for the channel. I try to update that. Sometimes I don't, because especially if things are in flux. But that should be fairly steady because Trails, Fate, and this should be lasting for a while, I imagine. But oh my goodness. Okay, we're back to Xenoblade. Oh, I'm actually recording this like the day before this goes up, technically. First thing, just something I want to not forget. I was told that if I press the receive all, I'll only get the stuff I can use. There seems to be a lot there still. So that's neat. That's quite neat. What did I actually get? I think I was also told that I need to... Is it the affinity chart? I need to actually go in here!
That's what you get if you keep at it!
If I need to actually go in here if I want to, you know, for it to work, basically.
Call on me anytime.
Woo. Did I just unlock, like, another... Like, have I... No, I got at least one of these, so... It's not like I had to come in here and unlock them for me to start on these... No. There's one with two. Okay, good. Okay. So, other things people have talked about, because, oh my goodness, you guys made a lot of comments, and I'm very sorry if I don't properly address a specific thing that was said. I tried to get through all of them. I at least skimmed every single one of them. All the comments before coming to this, but I don't have a great memory in the first place, so there was a lot of opinions given. There was a lot of tips given. Probably the most notable in that is I was told that there is a tutorial someone made out there. I am blanking on the name, it's in the comments. Someone I don't think I've heard of before. But basically, someone made a tutorial that is relatively early, spoiler-free relative to where I am about the game, and basically there was a general agreement that the tutorials were not great in this game. And it's interesting because before the episode started going up, I started to think about what I wanted to say next time I recorded, and one of the things, and I think I said a little bit at the end of the last episode too, is that, yeah, I don't think the game's immensely intuitive, and the tutorial thing feels like a simplification of the problem that I'm feeling is here. Mind you, once I get it, I think I'll get it and I'll have a lot more fun with it. But the tutorials don't help. They have not been great. I also have noticed me going through the tutorials in terms of editing, looking at them again and being like, oh, there's a thing like the, did the auto attacks give me gauge and stuff like that? And then when I went back to like the very first tutorial, there's just like a quick, almost like throwaway line that says, the gauge is increased with your auto attacks, which I might have interpreted in a different way because I was thinking in terms of how the original game worked, so I might not have just done that work, but it was there, technically. And that information, technically, if I interpreted it in the right way, was there for me to get. So, there's a lot of little things that you might skirt over, and I feel as though the tutorials, I don't feel like I can blame them that much. Now, I don't know how this other thing that I've been recommended to go look at, which I will note. I think that's... thank you for telling me. I'd like to know about it. But at the very least, I want to try to get this on my own. I'm not afraid to give up if it comes to that, because I'm not about to just turmoil or struggle in vain to learn the system if I really need to. I will go to that if I really feel as though I need it. But for now, I do want to try to learn it, like I was previously. But in general, I feel like I can't blame the tutorials too much at this point. Just because it feels like the bigger problem is that this battle system is really unintuitive. And again, once you get it, you'll get it, but the problem is that it doesn't come easily. I feel like even at this point, looking at the screen during a battle, I still don't entirely understand what the fuck's going on the screen. And that's part of the problem. Let me give an example. The blade combo thing. I'm pretty sure as a concept, the blade combo is you give the blade off to your blade in the driver blade combination, and they go attack or something like that. And it's supposed to be like, from a story perspective, we've seen it like in that cutscene when we were on the ship and Pyra picked it up and it attacked, and technically, she had already done that, I think, because I had used the blade combo previously in the battle before that. And it's like, I was surprised by that. You wanna know why? Because the animation for the entire premise of that is Rex throwing it up and doing a little dance. My eyes at no point were focusing, and maybe this would be different on like a small Switch screen. Maybe like if I was playing this mobile, in the mobile form, that it would actually work better. But at no point until like 5, 6, 7, 10 like blade combos later did I really start looking around for what the fuck was even happening, and I noticed that Pyra was doing something at the same time, and it's like, oh, is that what's happening? Because normally in a game that has like this interesting, you pass it off to someone else and you do that, they do something to really draw your attention to it, like a cut-in or something else, where maybe the little cinematic and stuff like that. And I feel as though this game just doesn't do that for something like that. And there's just, there might be a good reason for it, possibly, just because of how the game's designed in some fashion. But I didn't even understand that that was conceptually what was happening until like near the end of last episode. Like that last battle that I did, I started to understand, oh, that's what's happening? Like blade combo, okay, maybe I should have gotten it from the name a little bit, but I didn't really understand that premise. Because it's lore. It's especially when we were first introduced to blades, we didn't even properly know what they were when we were first introduced to the blade combo concept, right? So it's just like, okay, you have driver and blade, what does that mean? I don't know, it just feels like, and I don't even know if it's the game's fault entirely. I'd almost describe it as that it feels like it's throwing all these new ideas at the wall and hoping they stick. Part of the reason the original Xenoblade worked and was, I'd say, relatively intuitive, I say relatively, at least for me, was because it basically took some standard concepts that you already know about from like MMOs and whatnot, that sort of thing. Because it felt like an offline sort of single-player MMO that was fine-tuned for that sort of experience in a lot of ways. It had its own unique ideas and whatnot, but the basic idea of what was going on screen was pretty easy to get. Because it took a general idea and sort of built off of it, because people already know that. Especially people jumping into a game like this. Mind you, if I hadn't done MMOs before ever, I might have been very confused in the first game, and I might have been really confused. The funny thing is, it's a very interesting thing, because, for example, okay, so I'll give a little story. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to be talking a lot at the beginning of this episode. I'll try to make it a longer episode, depending on how much I have to cut out. But, so over the Thanksgiving holiday, I had recently gotten a PS5, and I'm insecure idiot who decided to bring it over and be like, haha, I got a PS5, because I had visited my aunt's house, and my brother was there, and other, like a small family gathering of people I knew, including family that I knew played games, and it was like, you also play PlayStation, basically, you're gonna get a PS5 eventually, I know you are, because that's the sort of stuff you tend to do with games. It's like, hey, you want to try it out? And it was interpreted as me being insecure, and it's probably a little bit that. But as part of all that, it's like I set up, because my aunt doesn't do games at all, and stuff like that, and she's not necessarily against it, she's just basically gaming illiterate, where I sat her down, it's like, hey, you want to like try Spider-Man or something like that? And I knew she was like this to an extent, but it's always hard to judge exactly how much people are like that, but we basically had to guide her through just the process of moving around and moving the camera and stuff like that. And I'm not saying this is as bad as that, but it's I'd say it sort of feels like that to an extent. And that's sort of one of the things I've been sort of dwelling on or thinking about in between episodes, because it's been like a week since I last recorded or so. No, not even a week. Over a week, like a week and a half or something like that. So, the tutorials is an interesting aspect to it, but yeah, I'm not sure how much they could really do to fix it. Like, it's very hard to teach someone. And it's very hard to teach someone an entirely new thing. And I think there's more examples of that in the general battle system. No. Okay. Oh, did the trust... do I have to go in there to rank up trust in general? Oh, is that actually what had technically updated, and that's why all that stuff unlocked? Okay, maybe that was it. Still opening that one by mistake. Oh my goodness. Okay, but yeah, I do want to try to learn it myself, but I'm not a masochist, so I will abandon it if it really goes beyond what I feel as though I'm willing to deal with. Beyond that, I believe one of the other main things I just wanted to talk about, because I need to get in the habit of writing down my thoughts in between episodes, because that's what I did during the original game, where I just sort of thought about it at times and say, huh, what if, and I'm not in the habit of doing that again. I need to get in that habit, because there's been some thoughts that I could have sworn I thought of, but now I'm not remembering them at all. And then I'd have like a list that I talk about at the beginning of an episode or something like that. But one thing that I do remember was that really stood out to me just through editing the previous episodes and whatnot, was the whole sequence with Rex awakening Pyra and all that, and why they needed someone from where he was. What about him? And I know it's from the location that he grew up in and whatnot was the important part. Allowed him to be special to actually make this work? That's the thing I'm not entirely sure what to make of it, because you could say genetics, but it's not like these are different species. We have other humans that are out and about. It's not because he's short. Might be because he's short. But I wonder if all the humans from where he's from are like short or something like that. Because the thing about genetics is that it has more to do with similarities and stuff like that in terms of it, because it's not like there's some like unique identifier in your gene. Maybe there is. How? And then there's the other question of how would it have determined his genes at that point, if that's the case. And I know, magical fantasy stuff, there's always the question of, does ether even work like that? In a world where this world is sort of like made up in that capacity and all that sort of stuff, does it even work like that? And it was just one of those things where it's like, it feels like there's definitely something more going on there. I'm not really sure. I don't really have a good idea of what it could be at this point. If I were to take my best guess, it has obviously something to do with this history with Elysium. My general thoughts are still basically that I think this Elysium place is going to be like in ruins or something like that. And it's just going to be this... So I suppose my general theory going forward is that I think this is Elysium place. We're going to get to it at some point. It's going to be in ruins. She wants to get back to it for some... I'm going to say probably selfish reason, maybe. Maybe he'll do something like unleash some evil on the world or something like that. And this Torna group that wants to stop people from getting back to Elysium. Because if you look at the cutscene, and honestly, the cutscene where they were fighting and stuff like that, I actually probably watched that several times over because that was just a fantastic cutscene. But they had that whole discussion about how her goal is Elysium, and she's like, that is our dream. Who the Hour is, I don't know. If I were to take a quick guess, I'd guess it's her as well as the other ones that seem to be implied to be from whenever things went down in the past. I'm gonna guess it seemed like Jin and Gramps were the ones at the very least that were involved in that. Maybe the other... I actually don't remember his name, but he's like the asshole one. Among the Torna people. So yeah, my general guess was that there's something involving her for a selfish reason. She wants to get back, and she's lying to Rex about the ability for that to actually be viable. And the reason they're all not up there is because they can't live up there. There's like something that makes it like impossible to like actually like survive there or something like that. And it's basically she wants to get back either on the promise of, oh, maybe we can revive it, or maybe something like something very sentimental or something like that. That would be my current theory as to where this is going to go. Outside of that, not too much in terms of thoughts at the moment. I feel as though there's a lot more that we need to sort of... The story has a lot of new stuff too, so... I think that's where I'm going to leave it. There's a lot of comments. If I'm still missing stuff and you want to point them out to me, feel free. If I read your comment and I didn't properly withhold that information in a way that's actually useful, then, yeah, feel free to let me know again, because...
The boy and his blade, who seemed to be working with them, got away. But we apprehended the girl from the wanted poster along with her blade.
Suggestions.
The town is once again safe for...
Say, Podrick, do you remember what my orders were?
Sir?
I told you to capture the blade with the emerald core crystal, did I not? Do you recall me ever telling you to capture some little girl with barely a bounty on her head?
But, sir, she's a member of Torna.
I'll say it slowly for you, just so we're clear. Get the blade with the emerald.
Consul Dougal, sir.
What?
I'm not exactly sure what colour emerald is supposed to be.
Wait, what?
Oh, give me strength! It's green, you idiot! Emerald is green! Like this! Green! Get it, ya clod?
That's not green.
Oh, green! I get it now. So, emeralds are green. Huh.
You dunderhead! How many blades do you see with green core crystals? It's patently obvious. How do you mix that blade up with some worthless cat monster?
Actually, sir, technically I believe that's a tiger, rather than a...
Silence!
Ah! Consul!
What is it? Haven't you heard of knocking?
My apologies, sir. It's just that Lady Morag has...
There's no fucking door. How would he knock?
What?
Special Inquisitor Morag has just arrived from the motherland.
Already?
Her ship has just docked.
This cannot be happening!
Well, if he's panicking, that's probably a good sign for me at the very least, so... Good. Oh, I think someone did confirm that it's not water underneath the clouds. It's heavily dense, similar to water, but it's not water. It's not like it's H2O that's been condensed to the point that it's actually in a water liquid form. And I know clouds are largely made up of water, but not entirely. I know that, so I assume it's some mixture. I would assume that there's technically water in there, unless it's some special type of cloud, which is always possible. Well, that's fancy. Can I have your hat? I like your hat.
You live down here?
Oh.
This just back door. Front entrance over there.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. Whoa! Is that the cloud sea down there? We're so high up.
Nice view, eh? Tora likes to just sit and watch cloud sea sometimes.
I hope there's a handrail over there.
You have a wonderful home.
Anyway, Rex.
Rex?
Rex. Tora, explain other reason I help you. You see, Tora always wanted to make driver friends.
Ah, interested in drivers, are you?
But of course, Tora think it's amazing how Driver and Blade join spirits together to make big power.
Is that what's happening?
Tora really want to be sidekick of Rex.
Wait, what?
You know my name is just Rex, right? One Rex, not two.
What is point?
Well, nothing, I guess. It just sounds a bit different from what I'm used to.
Double name just show Tora's respect. Respect for great driver. Rex should be proud.
I'm not sure I've earned all that yet. Oh, all right. You can call me Rex if it makes you happy. But instead of all this sidekick stuff, can't we just be friends?
Really? Tora will be friend of Rex? Hooray!
What a funny little guy. Hey, Tora, do you know much about this town?
Huh?
You wouldn't happen to know where the army takes prisoners, would you?
Rex, you're not planning to...
We have to save Nia and Dromark.
I thought you'd say that.
Oh, you talk about Driver and Blade who were with Rex before Tora's daring rescue.
Yeah.
Meh. Tora would have to ask around town for info like that. Before we do anything, time for food! All of today's running around make Tora hungry. Need food to help Rex.
I'm a little peckish, too.
Can't we eat later? I want to find Nia and Dromark as soon as possible.
Stomach of Rex tell different story.
I can't help it, can I?
If it's all right with everyone, I could cook something.
Pyra? I didn't know you could cook.
Well, as long as fire is involved, I can do almost anything. Fry, steam, grill, you name it.
Whoa!
Interesting. So that does remind me. I had a thought that she didn't always. So one of the things that came up in that same cutscene that I watched multiple times, because it was just so fun. And I'm using it as like the end card sort of credits scene that I'm using for other series for recommending this and whatnot. It's just such a fun scene. There was a point where they said that she looked different. So one of the thoughts that came to my mind was the idea that maybe she wasn't always a Blade, that sort of thing, maybe. Especially if it was someone independent and stuff like that and has their own history and stuff like that. Basically, my understanding of the Blade stuff doesn't really throw out the possibility that, like, these Blade concepts could be something that have to be, I suppose. I guess that was just a thought that I was saying. Now I'm trying to think of that scene, because I haven't actually thought about the scene from last episode too much, where they are getting the blades and whatnot. It was like, a blade is born. Then again, they were saying that she's special in a way, so I'm not going to think about it too much more. Just a lot of info. But if she is familiar with it at the very least, then either she's been in that form for an extended period of time, or she was maybe familiar with, I guess she could just been familiar with fire. Have we seen, I don't think we've seen any example of any person that could use sort of like magic and any of that sort of stuff, those special powers and whatnot, without a blade, right? They're like the conduit, they're like the magic sort of system of this world. That's the impression I'm getting at the very least. So, unless she was in that form for an extended period of time, which I would assume would have been well before she's stuck in that ship down below, because the whole, like, hundreds of years things, I assume she's been stuck in there for hundreds of years. could be wrong, obviously. She was probably in a state where she was capable of using that fire and whatnot. If she knows how to cook with it, basically. Then she's probably had it for a while, because that's a amount of dexterity in terms of using that ability would probably be significant to actually cook. So, if she ends up being a bad cook, maybe not. Actually, oh my goodness, the bad cook, good cook thing could actually be really relevant. Like that trope, it could be relevant to the story and speculation.
If you want ice cream, though, you might have to find someone else.
Well, you can't have everything.
I could get some ice cream soup? Oh, okay, it was basically done. Tora, do you have any ingredients I could work with? Okay, yeah, his name being Tora. Is it just a coincidence that it's so close to that Torna name? I'm not really seeing any reason to believe he's involved, but if they really are just that similar naming-wise, that seems unfortunate from like a writing perspective. Because it's just going to cause confusion. You think you'd try to avoid that, basically. Just what's in the pantry there? Not much really. Tora, sorry. It doesn't seem wise to go out and buy more supplies, so we'll just have to make do with what we have. Let's see what we've got then. Glitter spuds, sumpkins. Oh, here's an oil oyster and a single meaty carrot. And hot oranges too. These aren't bad ingredients at all. All foods that can be eaten with no cooking. That's how Tora usually eats. That's a bit depressing. We aren't so much better ourselves, you know. Yeah, we just sort of roast some meat. I guess you're right. Yeah, I'm more in that range. That's how I typically go for cooking. So, what do you think, Pyra? Can you make anything with us? With this? Yes, I think this should be enough. I'll just use the kitchen, okay? Okay, so we're gonna have a cooking system.
I just thought of a great menu idea. Look forward to that later.
Oh, it's one of these, okay. So let's presume that she is good at cooking then. Oh, okay. Interesting. Have I? Did I get these before? Oh my goodness, if there was like a cooking thing in the first like 4 episodes, I am now completely forgetting that.
Oh man, this is delicious.
Oh, yum, yummy. So super very tasty.
Simply exquisite. I haven't eaten this well in 120 years.
Glad you liked it. It seems like I did okay. I was worried I'd have gotten a little rusty over the years.
It didn't taste rusty at all. I mean...
But Tora is curious. Pyra is fire-using blade, yes? When Tora broke that water pipe, Pyra could still make fire.
Come to think of it, you're right. That Bridget, the Imperial Blade, she used fire abilities just like Pyra, but the water seemed to douse much of her strength.
So, what are you saying?
This world full of elemental energy called ether, yes? Ether comes in forms like fire, water, and wind. While battling, drivers and blades both draw power from ether. But fire not good with water. Other blade women got splooshy with water, so fire powers all damp.
But Pyra and I were able to use our powers with no problem.
Indeed. They were unaffected.
Why?
Well, my powers don't come from fire.
Meh? If power's not fire, why look like flames?
That may be a little complicated to explain.
Go on.
So fire is essentially entropy. Heat. That sort of stuff. With a fuel source, etc., etc., etc. Uses to essentially release that. If it's not fire, by the basic definition of what fire would be... So the reason... Okay, better way to phrase it. The reason water would have a problem with allowing the fire to happen would be that it's essentially I'm trying to remember exactly what water tends to do. Because how you get rid of a fire is you always get rid of the fuel source. Oh. Because the most recent time I've really thought about this is fire extinguisher training for my job. And it's because safety standards and whatnot, just where I work and whatnot, you gotta have that. You get rid of the fuel source, okay, I have to look it up just because I was not remembering. It's the fuel source, oxygen. And I was thinking oxygen, but I was also thinking like, wait, does that mean then like other fuel source, oxygen, and then a heat source essentially to start it up, and then the chemical reaction that happens between all of them. And if you get rid of any one of those, then you can stop the fire. Water specifically will go out of its way to stop one of those. So if it's not fire, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a heat source. It could potentially mean that it's simply being born in a different way. It's just heat and entropy in the same capacity, right?
And then? Tora like complicated things a lot.
Well,
Knock it off, Tora. Can't you see you're making her uncomfortable?
What? No, Rex. Uncomfortable or not, you should be asking why it's making her uncomfortable, not being like, oh, it's making you uncomfortable, let's not ask.
Everyone has things they'd rather not talk about. Right?
I mean, yes, but you should ask why. Maybe I'm just too curious for my own good, but god damn it.
I'm sorry. I'm sure I'll be able to tell you about it soon enough.
Don't worry about it. Right now, we need to think about how to rescue Nia.
First, we go around town and find all information we can.
Yes, I dare say that we're all wanted criminals by this point. Pyra sticks out like a sore thumb.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, friends. Tora has an idea.
Special Inquisitor Morag! To what do we owe this extreme pleasure? Had we but heard of your Grace's visit, we could have prepared a suitable...
I don't stand on ceremony, Consul. I'd rather you just did your job.
Your Grace? Someone of your standing deserves to be treated as such. You are His Majesty's representative. Please permit us to lay on a meal befitting your Grace. Until then, we would be honored if...
You made impressive time. I wasn't expecting you until tomorrow.
Oh, Lady Bridget!
If we have found the Aegis, then there is no time to waste. But I fear the passage has taken its toll on our engines.
The Aegis? How do you...
Is there a problem, Dougal?
Not at all, Your Grace.
Good. Now, you've captured a driver from Torna. I am going to speak with her.
What? Why do you want...
Dougal. I don't remember asking for your opinion.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you to her right away.
I don't know if I should be impressed by her or scared of her. She's definitely putting him on edge. Though I suppose it's probably more reputation at this point.
So, you are the Torna ruffian. I must say you look a little different from your poster.
Lies!
A little different. Whoever drew that should be the one in jail.
What are you talking about? It looks just like her.
I would be angry too.
You can drop the friendly act.
You won't name your friends?
My friends? I'm not so sure I'd call those trigger-happy Torna goons friends.
I see. I think we have our wires crossed here. I am not talking about Torna.
Huh? You're not?
No, I was referring to your more recent traveling companions. The driver boy and his blade?
Rex and Pyra.
Well, that was easy.
Damn it!
Yeah, you're just thinking. Does the name really help you, though?
This looks like it could actually work.
Good idea, Tora.
Wait, what?
Right, let's look for Friends of Rex.
Why does it have ears? Why do you have a hoodie with ears on it? That totally wouldn't fit you either. Where did you get this outfit? Yes, that is active quest. Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, that does actually remind me. One other thing I was told was that there is some cosmetic system in it. It's just obviously not as good as the Definitive Edition's one. Which is unfortunate. I think that they're supposed to be God damn it! I think it's supposed to be connected to the accessories. I think that's what I was told. I don't even know if any of these are the DLC things, but maybe this one with a high rarity. Is there a way to tell if they have a... Yeah, that would be good to know. Prevents deflections when enemy guards an attack. Interesting. Would there be a way to tell if they have the any sort of cosmetic stuff? I just want to know. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, it's here now. I just want to like get a grasp on exactly how to, you know, identify it when it's relevant. I don't see anything that seems to indicate something super special like that, but I don't feel like going through each and every one of them just to one of them may be doing that. So, yeah.
It's a new day, everyone!
Is that like an...
Good morning. Rise and shine.
Wait, what? What happened? What? Is it because it just turned like to 7 o'clock? What? Okay, I'm confused. I think that's what happened. Is that like a... It almost looks like an arcade game. It does look like an arcade game. Huh, interesting. Okay, yeah, there is a hand railing here. That was one of the important things for me to check. So what am I even trying to achieve now? Have you heard anything about Nia? Oh yeah, I heard about that. Some Aldanian dude was saying they were going to execute the prisoner within the next few days. Tony guys, pretty bad, right? I heard they've killed loads of drivers to steal their core crystals. Pretty amazing the Empire have really captured one of them. The Empire's so cool! I wonder if they'll do this execution thing anyway. I've never seen one before. I'm sure it's nice and fun and happy times for everyone. I gotta see it for myself. You guys should come along too. Thanks. Yeah. Interesting. Huh. Well, it would be interesting if everything spread that quickly, but at the same time... Okay, so I guess this is my impression. As much as those Torna guys seem like assholes, I'd be very surprised if they end up being, like, completely... bad to the bone, like, actually evil. It doesn't seem like the sort of MO for the stories that you have in these games for that sort of thing. So, if they're collecting core crystals, that's interesting, too. I wonder if they're connected to, like, a different system or race. Or... Where are core crystals gathered from? Are they mined, technically? Well, need more info, but you almost wonder if they're gathering them because... I don't know. So my general impression of them basically boils down to, it feels like they're trying to do something from, like, long in the past or something like that, just because, like, all the people associated with them seem like they've been around for, like, hundreds of years, despite being, like, humans and shit, right? And it's not like there's, like, a special group of, like, a few people or anything like that, too. Because when they, Because, okay, so I guess not that comes to mind, is like, it's not like they're in a situation where they needed Rex because he was just like a normal human out there and they're like a super special like species or something like that, and they are not really human or whatever the equivalent of what Rex is supposed to be is. So, because they needed him from a specific place, not just any of the humans from around the place, so it's not like all the other humans are like super special in their own way. I can't believe they... Oh, is this the group of kids? I think this is the group of kids that got a... Where are they? Something about affinity. Yeah, they're just sort of telling me, like, mechanic stuff. Interesting. Is this like a power plant? What are those actually pulling? I wonder. Ooh, I wonder if you can make this like a hydroelectric plant in the clouds. I guess, is there much of a flow to the clouds? They are moving, albeit slowly. I wonder if you could do that, actually. You can basically set up generators that generate power based on the flow of the clouds. Something like a water wheel, basically. I'm not sure what else this would be, though. Have you heard anything? Only really interested in plants. I don't keep up with all those latest rumors. I want to become a botanist in Moradane, but my parents keep saying it's too dangerous. It's been a whole decade now since Moradane and Uri ceased hostilities. And sure, there's been this nasty group called Tora bobbing up in the news lately, but still. It's not like anything bad's gonna happen where Moradane's in charge. Isn't this peaceful town? Yeah, that seems less than a little subtle that some shit's gonna go down there. I guess just expanding on that Torna thought from before. The idea of them taking core crystals because core crystals are living things almost makes me wondering if they're like... I don't know. I guess my first instinct, and I don't really have a great reason to think this, is that they're, like taking them back to reclaim them in some fashion. I think that's mostly based on the idea... I think that's mostly in my head based on the idea that they feel like they're a lot of really old people working with some behind-the-scenes mystery, what they're really working on, basically. And what they're really working towards, probably. So... Chateau, don't make a big mistake coming to Gormat. There's something wrong. Chateau come from Argetum to do business in Gormat. But selling goods in this city only earn tiny profits. At times like this, Chateau remember what Mama Pan says, lads. Always thinking about supplies and demands. Yep, that's the same thing my mom told me when growing up. Products at Chateau not attractive to Gormat and more ordained peoples here in Torigat. What are you selling? Like, pants that are like the height of for like Nopons? The Chateau may not have money to go back to Argetum. Oh dear. Yeah. Seems like you might be a little late on, you know, solving your problem. I haven't done one of these in a while. Someone told me something in regards to there being an option for... Okay, no, I was looking at this before. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I was told that this was an option. Special EGM. Certain. Okay. Let me grab. When I came in here earlier looking for it before I started recording, I only saw these two, but okay. Toggle with their foes, pick a fight. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I believe my interpretation of what I was told was that this is basically the in-battle sort of like ring thing. And I gotta be honest, while it was significant in Definitive Edition, unless I'm very wrong about how this is going to go, in terms of how the battle system is developing, it does not feel like it's significant here. There are still timing elements that have to do with the arts actually trying to land them on your auto-attack pace. So it's not like those are gone, but they feel... The use of those feels significantly diminished relative to how important they were in the original Xenoblade at the very least, in terms of the combat. So I'm not actually... I don't have a problem with the idea of just, you know, not doing them in battle.
Oh, I can't wait!
I sue myself... Nope, that's an A.
Time!
It changed! It changed what button, you bastard game! Ah!
That could have gone better.
You bastard game! You bastard game! Oh my goodness.
Okay. Time. Onwards.
Is it always AAB, or is it like different for each cylinder?
Miss
Or
me? Ha.
ooh, that's a bigger boy there.
It must have sensed our skill.
I feel like there was someone out here during the day that I was able to talk to, but I didn't. Huh. Here. Have you heard anything about Nia? I heard something interesting. Apparently, the Tora member that the Ardanian Empire captured was some Gormati girl name called Nia. Nia. Name seems familiar somehow. Didn't the old Lord of Chell a decade or so have... Actually, let's not talk about that. Joe, just talk about it. It's so obvious what's going on there. Come on. It's not a happy thing to think about. Thanks so much. Interesting. Okay. So... Nope, not that. Nope, still not that. Damn menu delay. So I wanted to see... There really was going to be a significant... No? Okay, I must have just imagined it. That he was in a different spot. Oh. Isn't this the guy that he was talking to? Yeah, so that's going to leave a bruise. The worst part about being head of security is having to report to my boss. He's such a jerk. In fact, you better not distract me or I'll get an earful again. Gotta keep an eye out for this blade with a green core crystal. Are you not the person that I was fighting previously? It's like a day ago at most. Question? Don't know anything about that. The drones do seem to be talking about secret complicated stuff a lot lately. Apparently some kind of dangerous people causing trouble. It's only been 10 years since the war between Mordane and Uriah ended. Why would they stir up more trouble? Was Mordane... I'm trying to remember, because there's a lot of names being thrown at me. Is it the whole Titan that we're on, or... Is it just maybe it's a war between countries on the back of a single Titan? It sounds like a real pain. I hope the Ardanian soldiers will be able to protect us. I feel like they'll abandon this place. It really comes down to it. I don't know, just a feeling. Oop. Did Rex know? They're recruiting over there for new drivers. Do you want to try? If you like drivers so much. Yeah, I saw that earlier when we first arrived in the city. Rex should try too. Chance of success basically 100%. I'm wanted by the Ardanian Empire right now, remember? Seems like a bad idea to make myself conspicuous. Rex make good point. So I was just too curious to see what kind of blade Rex awaken. At any rate, I don't need to awaken a blade, do I? I've already got Pyra. Come now, Rex. Oh, come now, Rex. Don't tell me you thought drivers could only bond with a single blade. Yeah, but... I don't know. There's a sort of relationship thing feeling like it's going on between them that it almost feel dirty to do. What? Is that mean? I think that's mean. Or, well, no, maybe that's too nice. What? Is that not right? Not at all. Maybe drivers have more than one. And you know that? Miss slept a long time, presumably. I'm assuming that. With Nia gone, we're a bit short on numbers right now. We might not hold up at all that well in a fight. Perhaps it'd be a good idea to get yourself a new blade. A new blade opens up possibilities in battles, after all. What would stop you from putting so much strain on Pyra as well? Seems like a good thing all around, if you ask me. Right, if Pyra doesn't mind, I guess it couldn't hurt to try. I don't have any objections, the more the merrier. Then it's settled. The question is, where are we going to get ourselves a core crystal? Now that's one question I can answer. I happen to have one stored away for just in case. Why didn't you tell me earlier? The Gram's high core crystal is such a small body. The key to awakening your blade is to foster a powerful resonance with the driver's spirit. Resonance. You know, this all sort of ties back. It's just sort of like, I guess I'm thinking of it from a very, like, sort of genetic, innate, how people and souls are actually formed, or whatever they want to call it in this. Because we're, like, going back to the whole question about Rex and Pyra and why he was able to awaken and stuff like that, how much overlap there might be with the nature of having aptitude for blades and whatnot and stuff like that. If there's an innate quality, characteristic towards a person's existence that would allow them to essentially, like, you know, have resonance and whatnot. And maybe that's even it. Maybe the reason Rex was able to wake up Pyra is because there's like some almost genetic style aspect that has resonance essentially with Pyra, or whatever the thing that makes her special or something like that. Because she's the Aegis, right? Because it's a unique thing, yeah? Focus your whole mind in the core crystal as you touch it. And try to hold a clear picture in your mind of the blade you wish to awaken. A clear picture? So, wait, do I get a choice? I figured they were sort of... I figured they'd be one-to-one. I'm not sure I really understand, but I give it a try. I hope you awaken a wonderful blade. Unnamed. Ooh, can I name them? Oh my goodness, if they're not going to be like proper characters. Select a character to bond with. Oh my goodness, if they can name them, that would be so cool. Especially if they don't end up being like full proper characters, where it sort of feels like it's going in this. Especially if they're basically being treated like equipment. Okay. Gauntlets.
I will gladly lend you my strength.
Oh, I wanted to name them. Oh, that would have been fun. Interesting. Roll HLR. Is that like healer? Okay. Auto attack. Okay. Rex's ability to resonate with core crystals has been unlocked. You can bond with a blade at any time by going to the main menu. Core crystals aren't much use just lying around, so it can't hurt to resonate with them and see what you get. Also, the higher a driver's luck stat, the better their chances of awakening certain very special blades. The luck stat? Could I, like, gimp that? Would there be, like, one of those pouch items I could do to get my luck up a bunch? Once you have yourself a new blade, or, like, could I, like, equip, like, luck stuff? There's accessories and maybe, like, a blade that gives me extra luck or something like that. I don't know if it works that way. Once you have yourself a new blade, you'll need to engage it so that I can take part in battle. Yeah. Up until now, Rex has to rely on Pyra alone for support in battle. But now you'll be able to engage a variety of other blades and expand your support options. To take advantage of different blades in battle, press the directional button corresponding to each blade's face icon. Perform a blade switch. In no time at all, the blade who was previously supporting you will retreat, and the next blade will take their place on the battlefield. Of course, switching blades will also change both your weapon and your available arts. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought that might be how it could work. Different weapons have different benefits and drawbacks in battle, so use blade switches tactically after considering the current situation. That looks like a good one. I really don't know. Meh. They'll always stand out in the end whenever towards you drive and resonate with crystal. So cool. So we did this out in the open, technically? Hey, don't look at me like that. You make me feel weird. Well, it looks like we got a new recruits anyway. Let's go and find out what happened to Nia. Rex, not so fast. What's up? Are you going to kit out your new aren't you going to kit your new blade out? You can tune up a weapon with the core chip from that smithy over there. If Rex has never used core chip, then now fair good time to start. Yeah, I used it before to get past the last big battle. You can really tell the difference between a driver who uses core chips and one who doesn't. I'm starting to understand. I'm also particularly confused as to why Pyra knows all this. I feel like I might be making a bad assumption about her history. Now for the main topic. Over there was an aux school shop. I don't suppose you had a lot of call to go there before you became a driver. You're right about that. I used to wonder what all that strange gear was for, though. Perhaps we should head over and give it a try, then. Okay. Aux cores are just the thing for supplementing a blade's power. They're all different types. Some boost defense, some make strong against insects, stronger at nighttime. Meh. The number of aux cores you can equip varies blade from blade, mind you. Interesting stuff. What is an aux core? Why does it why did I'm just thinking this from a lore perspective every time. Now, this is the important part, so listen up. Usually when you get an aux core, it's in an empty state. You want to boost your blade with it empty. Okay, how do you fix that then? Oh, I see. So this gizmo here makes aux cores usable. You catch on fast. That's right, this machine takes collectibles and raw aux cores and refines them into something useful. Here's one to have a go with. I've been saving it up for this very occasion. Did you expect him to become a driver at some point? I suppose you did explicitly teach him when he was younger, right? About arts and stuff like that? Rex, that's not to think about where he stashed it. Yes, Tora's right about that. It's not much good without collectibles, though. Here. You're admitting it! Really have a lot stashed away there. You're good to go, Rex. Refine it. Got it. As soon as we're done, let's go look for some info about Nia. Okay, this is different than what I did before, I think. Amount used. Okay, so I max out at 8. I assume there's some semblance of combination that I can do that makes it better or worse? But I feel like that's going to be really random, isn't it? I feel like I'm just going to throw everything on the fire and have a bunch of, like, a variety of them, let's say that. Like, each type of thing. Fancy bowl. And, freaking flour. Sure. What does any of this do? I don't... Okay, that still said critical up to, right? Did it change it? Or it just wasn't usable? Since you're standing in front of the aux core shop, let's revisit the topic. You need collectible items to refine aux cores. The number of collectible items you'll need is defined individually for each aux core. Once you have all the collectibles you need, you can head to the shop to get it refined. But watch out, the higher the value of the aux core, the more difficult it's likely to find all the necessary items. Do you need specific items? Because what I just did made it basically felt like it implied that it didn't matter what collectible I used. If you want to be able to refine your aux cores as soon as you get them, it needs to always be on the lookout for collection points on your travels! Aux cores can be equipped in the main menu, etc, etc, yeah. Pretty sure I straight up bought them previously. Or not. I bought something. Was it... Oh, I think it's this guy, technically. Core chips. Yeah, this is what I bought. Never mind. I mixed this up, I guess. Release? What? What? What does that mean? Why would I want to release it? Huh. Okay, then. That certainly... It makes it significantly stronger on the auto attack at the very least. Critical rate up. It has a different visual too, which is... Okay, I don't think I had this option before. Boost critical rate by 12% of the current critical rate? Or 12% in general? Because, okay, 12%... Yeah, I guess 3% would add up to being around 12%. Actually, there's a whole trust thing with her too, isn't it? Much less in-depth, I will say. Interesting. Increased trust. Okay. Okay, got it. That is a lot to think about. And I will pick it up slowly but surely, I'm sure. Oh. Were you the one I was fighting, maybe? Who are you people? Uh-oh, maybe it was a good idea to ask the soldier. There's something I want to ask, but now I've just forgotten what it was. If it's information you're after, you have to pay for it a local informant. Chatting with you, chatting with the populace isn't our job, you understand? Fantastic. Neither is guarding your treasure trove, then. Right? Overdrive... What now? Oh my goodness, you just gave me like 20 core crystals? What? Okay, I guess I should do stuff with that. Okay, that's different.
I will protect you. This, I swear.
Fantastic. You have a much higher voice than I expected. No, I'm gonna awaken the other ones and see what the hell's... What? That is weird.
I am at your service.
What? Healer too. Okay. I actually sort of really like that. Huh. That's so weird, but I like it.
Hey.
I like your voice too. Just, hey. What's up? Can I not do the... Can I only have 2 at the moment? A gun?
I will do all that I can to serve you.
It's a gun! You just got a gun! Can I really only put 2 on at the moment? It feels like there's something at the bottom there that's not letting me go to. Oh my goodness, though. He's just got a fucking gun. Elite fighter, cavalier, cavalier, cavalier. What is... I'm not sure.
Let's show him a thing or three. That's it for you!
Rex, do you need a rest?
It's getting
Okay,
tough.
I'm not actually doing very well. I'm not actually doing very well at this guy. No.
This won't do.
Don't give up on me. That's it for you!
How do I change?
Right here.
And I guess game over. Okay, I'll see you in the next Xenoblade game, guys.
It's fine, we'll get him yet.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Wait, what? I didn't break any crane. Wait, why did you just assume I did it? All I did was walk over here. That's our big important help with the crane, but right now the wire's out. Okay, so something's broken, basically. Okay. If I can help, okay. One of those. Okay, got it. The case of the crane. I'm not gonna think about it too much now. So can you not switch the blade,
Okay,
like,
time to
mid-battle or
take
something
you
like
down.
that?
Okay,
Yeah!
let's go!
Yeah! Ow!
Armor bell!
Why not?
I feel like it mentioned something about how to change them, and I sort of
I like your attitude.
did not absorb that information correctly.
Did I do that? Touchdown! Brave throw!
Just like that!
My thoughts.
Your helmet makes for quite a snug berth, my boy.
It's not my fault if you fall out during battle, yeah? Ha!
This has a hell of a lot more of a range, mind you.
Just like that!
My thoughts exactly. Ha! Brave throw!
So is this topple
Eat
up?
it! Gah! Touchdown! Hit it! No!
Do it! Gotcha!
Thanks for that. Nah, I can keep going.
We're the best!
We'll beat them with the power of friendship.
Around. We're the best around. Nobody's ever gonna take us down. I don't even. I'm not getting that right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shot.
What a feeling!
We'll beat them with the power of friendship.
That's enough of you!
I'm all out of juice.
Yeah, that didn't really go any better. He's level 8. Why am I so clearly outmatched? Oh no. There's something I'm not understanding, I think.
It's fine.
It's not like I didn't
we'll get 'em
upgrade.
yet.
We need to tighten up, guys.
It's not like I didn't upgrade stuff. Okay, just talk to you while I'm here. Have you heard anything about a girl? Can't say I have information you're looking for. Why don't you go visit the informant over near Leosal Greens? It's a crafty little nopon. There's not much he doesn't know. Got it. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe it's this guy. Have you heard of anything about this girl? I know, but Turin is informant by trade. Cannot provide information without proper compensation. No, okay. Got it. Oh, good thing I have money. Can I buy multiple? It's like, can I buy like 100 of them? Thanks much for custom. Inside Titan battleship, the Monty girl being held prisoner. Unfortunately, Turin not yet received intelligence specifying prisoner name. But rumors say a big ship arrived for sole purpose of holding one needs to go. No, not that girl though. People of Colmont get along quite well with Empire nowadays, so trouble like this not very welcome. Seem to be the opinion of most Dorgoth resident. That's about the information Turin knows. Enough to satisfy friends. Thanks. Okay. Oh, I guess we know. Okay. I thought there was more objectives, but okay. Got it. Okay, well. It's probably a good place to end it, as I'm thoroughly confused. I'll probably record more this weekend, and I'll try to kill that guy again. Overall, I'm still thoroughly confused. And I'm trying to figure it out on my own. I will give up probably at some point, but you know. So, I'll see y'all next time. Drive safely, everyone. No, that actually has a bit more of a ring to it for this one, because we're drivers. Drive safely, everyone. Yeah, it does. I'll say it real. I'll say it real this time. See y'all next time. Drive safely, everyone.